must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you, you must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass.
And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Oh, that's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never alone.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of BECKONED Development Weekly Stream, episode 221. It's been a while. What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Shit, just trying to get my camera set up here. I thought I had that before. Must have knocked it off. And then my lighting's a little fuzzy, but we're here. What's up, guys? So yeah, it's been almost a year since I've streamed. This is a kind of a ninja snipe stream in the middle of the night. I'm working on animations. And so couple things been going on, been thinking about a lot of stuff, and at the same time I'm working. So I was like, hey, like I said, some other stuff been happening, so I've got to start to get into streaming again. So what's up, Mo Biggs? Hail, Mo Biggs. Everywhere I go, I love that guy. So good to see you, man. Glad to see you showing up. Like I said, it was kind of a ninja snipe stream. I didn't really do too much. I was just like, I got to get back into streaming. So what I'm working on is animations for BECKONED. What I can actually load the latest build of what we've got so far, and the mechanics are going really well. What I'm trying to do is get these animations done so they can sit where the mechanics are there. Dwight's been doing a bang up job. Like I say, if I'm going to be here for an hour, I'll animate for a minute maybe, but I can bring that game up and start showing how it's looking. He's done a great job. I'm just trying to get all the art done for it. So, yeah, awesome. Yeah, hey, crack. What's up? Glad to see you. Awesome, man. Thanks for hanging with me. Like I said, I kind of ninja launched it. I posted on Twitter for a second, but I don't expect anything. But a lot of you guys stay up late at night, so we'll see. You know how I used to work in the past is stream for a little bit and then people show up. So what I got going here, I'll show you some other stuff. So let me deselect. I have all my past animations open as well, so I can reference them, pull parts that I've already animated. Sorry, updated to Windows 11, so still trying to get used to. This one's for cast animation. This is a Nell in our game. So that was her cast animation. This one's one of her block recoils. So she holds up a block and then it hits. So let me kind of get that one set up. I basically just got to turn the two background layers on, turn the black layer to kind of be the same color as the background, and I'll start because it does this. So once I got it all there, and then I hit that play button, you can see, boom, boom. That's the animation. It's just her recoiling from that attack, you know, the block. So the casting looks like this so far. So yeah, and she casts a spell. Pop. So you can see the feet kind of moving in a bit. Like that front one takes a scoot back before the rotation. I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun doing stuff like this, but we've got, even when she's in engagement, like, so she's there ready to start attacking, her stance changes, just like Taj, just like how Lane is going to do our other two characters. They're going to have this kind of idle animation happening. So, I relate to animations because when you break down the word, it's animation. Nice, Mo. Love it. That's great. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. So yeah, let's see, what's this one? This is center block. I already showed you that. So we also have target switching. So our RPG lets you switch targets in the middle of your turn. So you can whack on one enemy and then turn around, or like switch a target, and then you're able to attack the other one. So this is her target switch to the left. Oh, hold on, my bad. Didn't get all that turned on the right way. Technical difficulties. All right, now it should work. But get her to kind of scoot to the left, switching the target that way. So what I'm kind of working on right now is her target switching to the right is what I'm working on. So got that right. And work. So I've got kind of the first frame where the foot comes up, and then I've got the leap up. This next frame, I just started. So I've got to kind of start fresh here. But yeah, we're here for an hour. So what you saying, Mo? It's refreshing to see someone put the work to animate their game instead of relying on AI slot. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. There's a lot of stuff in our world today. One of the big things that's happened since I've been on the stream was that Claire Obscure 33, Expedition 33, or Expedition Tontois, or whatever. I played it, I beat it, and did some of the extra stuff. It was really kind of a kick in the nuts a little bit because our game does rely on the blocking, but more of directional. Because I grew up in the woods with my friends. We played with sticks. We did shit. Growing up, I graduated to real swords and real armor. We were doing it with that. But there's a reality to that that you don't get expressed in this anime or in the RPG realm of stuff. I mean, I guess you could talk about European, but in JRPG, it was like there's strict commands that are giving these animations kind of a trigger. All of a sudden you go, hey, I want to attack this. All of a sudden they're doing some crazy stinking flippity flips and smash, and you're just level 5. I don't know. I love the idea of having these 3 kids going through the wilderness of a fantasy world and really having to rely on themselves, and it be maybe a bit more realistic rather than entertaining, which I know that's kind of like cutting the ankles out of the fun. But I mean, there's cheap fun, and then there's fun that we can, I don't know, identify with. So I started our characters out because I have a whole like Lord of the Rings trilogy of games of when they're older. But I wanted to start out like this because I can manage it. I can animate it. So trying to find their movements, trying to find that stuff, and it with the controls and everything. Dwight's done a bang up job, like I said. I just got to keep hitting these beats the right way. So I'm finding kind of a feng shui with the party members here. But we do have a couple cons we're going to this year, and along with having Beckoned, the book, Beckoned Recourse, we're going to be having the game being able to be played, the current build of it. So that's what I'm trying to get these animations done for. We're going to be at Superman Con, I believe at the end of June is when it's happening. And then we are doing Tampa Con. Dwight's actually going to be there with me for that one. And so he'll be kind of managing the game part of it while I'm managing the book part of it. But we're pretty excited trying to get all the signage printed out for it and everything. But we've got a good setup. We got approved. So, yeah. All right. So, what's my big thing? There's realism that makes it more relatable, and realism that makes it boring slog. You just have to pick your battles. I agree. And so you can kind of see like there is dramatics in some of the stuff that I'm putting down. I mean, you gotta, you still gotta be flashy with it, I guess, or make it interesting to look at. And I kind of do that with the act, which is the boring stuff, is like the accuracy of their feet pivots, or the way the fabrics are moving, or like her hair moves with direction. I really try to keep a lot of that in play. There's even with this thing, and I'll talk you through it while it's playing. You can watch her dagger hand, and when she's making this movement, what is the secondary movement of that hand? And if I was wild with it, it went everywhere. But I had to kind of think of something. Now, what's more aesthetically pleasing is it just kind of moving in a circle or some sort of figure eight type situation, but I only have 6 frames I'm working with. So from here, which actually, like, this is the ending pose, which gets it back into just an idle loop. So her hand's up, that knife hand. So to start getting it into the action, I brought it down. I bring it off to the side. I let the weight drag her body down, keeping the hand in its position. But then it switches real quick to where that, like, almost like the whole elbow rotates and brings it into this position. And that was a risky thing, even though I kept it for the next one, which brings it right back up. All of that makes sense, but because it's 6 frames and it's happening so quick, to me, I think I'm making it travel too much to really, but it all makes sense. Each freeze frame makes sense, but I'm still thinking, I think it's right there, right when I snap from this bop, bop, and then I snap it to this. I could do what's called a smear frame right here, but then that arm's almost in the same position. So I actually could turn that into a smear frame and make it look like that elbow just snaps up. The reason why I'm not doing that is because that brings attention to it. When you do a smear like that, you're almost drawing the eyeball to it real quick. And the elbow rotation is just not that important to deal with. What would be more smart is if I could figure out a way to do a smear frame between the dagger. But you can see between those positions, the dagger doesn't really travel through space all that much. It just almost changes its angle. So there's not a smear frame I could really find with that. So I'm really just kind of okay with how this is feeling. Could it be better? Yes, if I added more frames, it could be smoother. But I'm going off of our architecture that we have for Taj as well, trying to keep everything mechanically uniform. That way we can just drop them in. If we have to add frames later, fine, not a big deal. It's not a hard thing for me to add a frame between this one and this one, because you can clearly see, like, there could be a frame there, easy. Just, a mid rotation of the arm, that right leg kind of starting more to come down, or it could come down to a heel, to where the heel touches the ground before it jumps to this one. So like I said, we can always make it look prettier, just trying to get as accurate as I can with that. And because this character themselves, they have flow of fabrics, they have flow of hair. It's been a little fun. Let's see. No pigs. As long as the knife doesn't break after 3 uses, for the sake of some dark cloud. Yeah, no, it doesn't break. No. One of the limitations we have with just me and Dwight working so far is that we have to be economic with a lot of this, even the game design itself. We have a mechanic where you're going to be able to boost your weapon and, that progression system with the weapons, its attack and its defense. But these are kids. They're not able to go up to blacksmith and be like, give me a sword, give me a knife. So basically, they're having the same weapons through the entire adventure. The thing that changes is the load-ins you get, these crystals. And these are what give you these magic abilities. But these kids learn a way to make what are called amulets, where they mix load-ins to this one central thing that they can equip. And that will augment your weapon attack and weapon defense, as well as give you a lot of spell options in a fun way. So more like controlling your job systems on a fly. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Unhinged? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see you, bub. I knew the load-ins were going to work their way in there. Well, yeah, that was the magic system. So let's see here. I'm basically having to create a new sprite. I can't cannibalize anything. But I've got her going from, let's see, like I was showing you guys, basically from that pose to that right leg lifting up on, and then propelling off the left foot towards the right. And now I'm here. So we got to get that hair kind of moving, but in a different form. We got to get the fabric starting to flow with, but the pose is the first thing. So to show that she has moved from this, so that's why I've got it faded, is I'm actually using it. You've seen it in animations where they kind of use like different colored lines to try to do it, or they call it onion skinning. I'm kind of doing the same thing, but manually. So let's see. If I need her to start moving over to that way, this isn't going to be too hard. Get the shoulders. I'm actually going to get that arm to lift up with the staff over here. Get that spine in. Let's see. She's moving like that. That lower side's really got to rip. So it's got to have a harder angle than that to the line of action is basically what I'm doing in my head. I probably should do it on screen. So we're going to go with that now. That line of action's got to come where that leg is out here. And this one's starting to go down. So we got the calf muscles, the knee. I might need to change this angle in a bit, but we're just kind of sketching in so I can move around, doing some other stuff here. Like I said, this is really dirty. I don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Eraser. Too fat. Too fat. Nope. And it's almost too much on the model. So that's what I'm saying. Like, see how, like, we got that, but I want that other knee not long like that. I need it coming up. So it needs to come up like that. Then we put the foot there. That needs, because this one comes down. But that looks weird, right? So we gotta play with things. We always gotta play with it. I've got to think that there's a consistent angle going this way. My plane or line of action for this character is always running like that way. So feet position, stuff like that. Seems like it's a little messy right now, but we're just trying to get things in. I don't like that leg now. So we're bringing it back. All this gets refined a little bit later. I don't know how I'm feeling like that either. This is getting really messy. I might have to just take my time a little bit, trying to go fast because these are underdrawings. But I could slow it down a little bit, be a bit more accurate with this. Her head's going to be lowered from that, so I'm just kind of trying to get that skeleton out. And I'm zooming out now to kind of see. So we get the switch to there. So I'm kind of getting it. That staff probably coming up like that. The knife being that way. The fabrics are going to do a lot of the work for us from this pose to that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off that underlayer. I'm going to drop this down and just use it just like I did the other one. But this time I'm going to refine some lines and stuff. I may even cannibalize hair from another frame. What I have found out stuff. So I'll be going back into some of these other animations up top here, probably grabbing some hair. Or, I could just draw a new frame. You want to work smart, not hard, economic, So getting that arm in there a little bit. Now, sometimes I draw details of the costume just to get the placements right. With her, there's this whole it's a leather like breastplate type thing, but it kind of comes up around. But she's got these fabrics that go around her shoulders. So there's a opening for her shoulder, but then there's the actual so you can see here. So since we're moving to the right, these fabrics really got to flow, and that kind of does a lot for the anatomy for me, if you can understand that. That last stroke wasn't that. May hit it. Let's see. Did it? Yep, that does it. Just gotta clean it up a bit. It doesn't actually connect there. It connects from up here. So let me pull that off. Nope, too messy. Didn't like it. There we go. All right, what's chat saying? What you guys saying? Can the fractals be far behind? No. I mean, they're already in the game actually with the loadings. Loadings create fractals in this world. Did some traditional 2D animation in college. Learned a lot, and it actually helped. Yep. That famous book, The Animator Survival Guide, is, I guess, like the best book. It wasn't when I was in college. Actually, when I started doing this, I didn't have, and I still haven't had any formal animation training. I just see guys do it the traditional way, and I'm like, well, I could do that too. No one ever showed me how. So, but if you can draw and you're willing to draw it over and over and over again, not get sick of it, yeah, the payoff of watching your art come to life is just, I don't know. It keeps me going at it. So we still got the other sleeve here, which I want to get in, and it feels like it's doing that with that loop. Yeah, and after if I stop talking about my actual process real here, I could fill you guys in with a little bit of stuff. So since I've been gone, I've been on the King show for a couple nights. That's been awesome. A lot of you guys out there have been having my back, supporting me out there when things kind of happen or opportunities pop up, or I show up on a stream. You guys are always there. Thank you so much. I could say big thanks to D-Wag. Big thanks to a lot of you guys, but like that homie, just, I don't know. I can't seem to annoy him enough to give up. So it all sort of works. Yes, I'm crazy. I'm an artist. I am not a person who spends that much money on stuff like it. Well, I have since, but this whole thing has been a huge adventure, different, humbling too. Especially when I come in, I'm like, oh, I could do it like this and I could do it like that. It's just wild because you also think people are expecting a certain attitude from you too, and really, you boil it down, they just want you to have a good time, make your books, and enjoy what you're doing. It's gnarly how many people you actually, even me, like come into this and start going, oh, this is going on, and this is going on, and and you can't keep up with it. It changes. But, boomer. I mean, I'm kind of stuck to my book price too. So it's one of those things like, man, if I wasn't stuck to my book price, would I sell more? I don't know. I think $25 is steep. I think it's nuts. But that was the space, and that's what I did. And my backers, they're amazing. So I don't want to cheapen anything. And even my constituents is over here is going like, nope, don't ever lower the price on that thing. You spend a lot of time on it. Don't cheapen it by selling. Okay. Even though I'd sell more, there's no guarantee on that, Don't ever cheapen yourself. Believe in what you did. Dude, I worked my tail off trying to get that out. I'm sorry it was a little late, guys, but it was a lot of detail. I still wish I did some other stuff with it, like lighting the couple last pages a little brighter would have helped. But let's see what we got. I don't watch too many live streams anymore. Lots of murder times. Oh, dude, right? Oh, the body cam videos. I've been kind of, but no, like, well, all right, no, you want to know what else I want to talk about, dude? Shit, I'm not monetized anyway. I don't care. That Epstein stuff. I mean, everybody's talking about it, but I had read some books and articles. I think when I first started hearing about anything like that was maybe 2012. I started like paying attention to certain things going on. I guess let's see. That's what I guess, like guys like Alex Jones and stuff like it started popping up in my YouTube feeds, and I was like, oh, what the hey? I saw all kinds of stuff over the years. And then a buddy of mine was the one that was throwing me at the WikiLeaks back in 2016. I was like, what's going on? So of course you got the Pizzagate stuff, and you get all that crap, and it's like, what the hell is happening? And during that time, you had that QAnon happening around. So was it this? Was it that? It's, man. But I had heard about this stuff going back to 2012, and I'm going, I started to tell certain people, like we all do probably, start hearing that stuff. We're going, oh, we got to tell our friends and family. But as soon as you start saying anything, they think you're crazy. Listen to what you're saying. Are you nuts? And it's horrible stuff. Was the other thing. It was just horrible to listen to. Right now, it's all over this place. Like everybody's having to hear these horrible claims that aren't even corroborated. But I'm sitting there in like some streams going, hey, Kathy O'Brien, check this out. Like MK Ultra never stopped. I don't know. It's a wild space to be in right now. I'm trying to get her skirt flowing with the movement just right. And I'm missing it because of this back leg. Or this left leg, sorry. Because it needs to be bending, so we need one of those arcs here. Just trying to work from that side. Arc it. Just like that. I mean, I've been on some other guys' shows. You got Ray over there, fucking killing it. He's doing a good show. Him and James and John Teeter. Fun show, good stuff. D-Wag keeps talking about doing a show, but whenever. Clout chaser. But he keeps going, oh yeah, and he's got some animations. Paulus Art's over there kicking butt on trying to get some of these new character animations happening. So that's been going good. Let's see what that looks like without that scale, without that draft. Yeah, I could probably work with that. So let's take out some of that. Back. Oh, what's up, Tank? How you doing? I never thought peas would be tight. I know, right? Sucks. Right? I know. That's a funny joke, actually. Oh, right. Dang. Yeah. For sure. Let's change the topic anyway from FC while you're moving. No. It's funny, but no. Good evening to all you magnificent bastards. I saw where you were getting at. D-Wag show is taking longer than a Beckon double fade splash. That's fair. That's funny. Heck yeah. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm just trying to find that movement. So really, I think I got the feet right. It's a little bit of a hike on that left leg. It is. That's a little bit of a hike. Right? So we're going from this to that. I mean, in a side step, that left leg seems like it should kind of come lower. That's hiked pretty high. And again, exaggeration. Yeah, but I'm also saying not trying to be goofy either. You run into that realm of being too goofy sometimes. She looks like she's hopping a hay bale. So I'm dropping that because I know I gotta drop that that leg a little bit. And then we'll check it. If it's wrong, we'll bring it back up. But it seems like it's a little bit more natural when it does that and doesn't hike up so much. See what I'm saying? Bop, bop. So it's all the subtleties, man. It's all the stinking subtleties. This is why it takes me forever to do these things. But no, I hope you guys have been having good, productive times. I mean, obviously, I've been busy, but just what y'all been up to? Yo, Tank, yo. What's that? What you doing there? Roger, is that a salute? What you doing? Yeah, like I said, I could throw up the latest build of the game. So I might. What time is it? I've switched to Windows 11, so now I don't have the time. Okay, well, we're about like 30 minutes. I don't know. I want to get more done here. I really needed to have this animation done last week. Things just got a little hectic. After this, I've got low health. I've got death. So she's got to die. Low health, death, and then her attacks. And that includes the attack set, and then you release the button. So it's a longer animation. And then item use. Item use is actually the longest animation. It's like 28 frames long. Why is it 28 frames long? I'm glad you asked. They got this animation where they reach into these actual pouches and bags that they have and pull it out and then drink it. Now, here's the thing. I've got some items that are masks, some items that are food, some that are drinks, but there's like some items here that are tools. So when they're doing the animation to drink or ingest, it doesn't make sense when it comes to like the face mask or the tools. So we're going to have to think about that. I thought about like splitting the animation into two parts. You pull it out of the bag, but then a use function. But then it made me think, like, that's why these characters in old RPGs just waved their hand when they casted an item. Is because, well, yeah, it allowed the programmers to just name an item whatever. And that action is, I'm presenting this item, like casting a Pokemon ball or something. The abstraction is just all there. So it's made me doing these animations almost a little bit of a nightmare because I'm having to like realize these abstractions. That's what you get for going cinematic with an RPG when you're doing it in 2D. So if you all could follow all that anagram. It's the V. If the VP is such a VIP, shouldn't we get on the QC and be a TP before we all become MIA or whatever it was? And Good Morning Vietnam, great movie. So, just trying to get all this sketched in. Like I said, I can cannibalize from other stuff. So you saw how I kind of got this leg here, but I got this inner leg here. Trying to think if there's any animations where I've got an inner leg doing that. What do we got? What do we got? Hold on. You guys are talking to me. What's happening? Always keep busy. 10 pages into my 12-page flipbook story. Nice. With ink spots. All right. Hell yeah. Cool. Making a board game and finally getting around to playing a bit of modded Skyrim. How many mods are you running? Dude, I love modded Skyrim. So much fun. I crashed it too many times. I mean, I guess since we started using Nexus mods, it's a little easier. But I forgot what I was using to load them up before. I was doing it old school. Skyrim belongs to the Nords. You can't change my mind. Very true, Mo Biggs. It does belong to the Nords. So what about that Skyrim 6? Or, I'm sorry, Elder Scrolls 6. Like, what are we getting? I just got done beating Cyberpunk. I've actually this year I've taken, let's see, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Red Dead Redemption was one I finally got around to, beat it. This is an outside foot, not an inside foot. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think if I could cannibalize, but I need that pose, but for an inside foot. So I'm trying. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption 2, I did that. That was all right. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it felt like I was time traveling because I did like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and then I went to Red Dead Redemption 2, and then I went to Cyberpunk. I don't know. I'm on the DLC of Cyberpunk now, but yeah, pretty fun game. Insane, but yeah, we're probably getting we're probably getting GTA 6 before ES. Oh yeah. Dropping before that, sure. Yeah. Elder Scrolls 6, everyone knows once a company has an MMO to mill, they'll get, yeah. I mean, what they got Elder Scrolls Online. I tried to play it. You know, it's nice. You know, but never really like dropped into it. There's nothing I could cannibalize from that. Dang. Okay. Well, I'm looking around, but it looks like I have to do a new inner leg here. I don't have anything. I have other animations of her. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I have one of that leg doing that. Yeah, no, I don't. So gonna have to run that. I may have a leg that droops like that. And here's the other thing of why I'm trying to like cannibalizing isn't so bad. It actually like keeps a copacetic animation. Like it's almost like the way the character moves. So if you could find like similar poses of ligaments and turn them into things, at least the way I'm animating this, it just keeps kind of a movement pattern with the character, like their behavior, if you would. So I'm going to see what I can do with this leg for this one. So pop, grab that anchor rotation on the toe and come back. See how I basically got the same thing. I just drew it slightly different. But if I want to keep something that looks similar to get that stuff, it's either, well, I mean, you already drew it. Why delete it? Because when it comes to the lighting and everything else, I'll go back and cannibalize the lighting too. Just trying to go fast and stay efficient and keep, again, like I said, that form to their movement. If I change everything and draw everything different all the times, things start to wiggle. Things don't seem to like fit the same way all the time. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. So yeah, but that foot, I don't have one that has the inside of it. So we gotta just do it. I might. I'm just trying to think where I've got it. Because it's like I've drawn this character in these feet so many stinking times. That's what sits there and gets to me is like, oh, okay, I've drawn this before. But then I forget, no, that was the inside, not the outside. It's just, I don't know. You draw them so many times, you just start trying to find any reason to make it more interesting. Each of these characters have, I think it's like 36 different animations, and on average, they're 7 frames. So I'm doing quite a lot per character by hand. So you kind of get sick of drawing the same thing all the time. I think a couple of people have asked me, don't you ever get tired of drawing? Does your hand ever get tired? No. Damn it. Wish it would. Carpal tunnel looks so good in the future. Just joking. Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up? Still waiting for Warcraft 4, right? That's right. I haven't heard of Warcraft in a while since World of Warcraft. I almost agreed with the MMO circumstance there because you're right. Once they got their payment pattern and their subscriptions, I mean the teams for those things are insanely huge. Just to keep up with the servers and the content. The one I got into Ultima Online when I was a kid, like right when that stuff. I guess Ultima was like the big MMO back then. But it was a lot of years before I sunk time into an MMO, and it was Final Fantasy 14. I played it on Realm Reborn. So I had missed the first iteration of it that sucked really bad. So by the time I got to it, it was rebuilt. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, I've never heard of a game company totally revamping their game, rehauling it like that, because they were having a lot of optimization issues. Like just for a potted plant, they had 10,000 polygons for it. That's an exaggeration, but it was just more poly count for things. There was mechanical things like the gameplay design itself just wasn't hitting the right way. Balance was all off. Then they made it. They killed their game, but they also made it part of the story. They made those first players actually feel like they played something. And then they revamped it, a Realm Reborn. So the next iteration of it was literally the world and the story reborn into the new game, which was neat. I was like, oh, that's a creative way of marketing. But it also showed that we could trust that studio. And I don't know, I think, didn't it take over World of Warcraft? KOTOR 3's coming, isn't it? I did hear something about KOTOR. But yeah, Final Fantasy is the only one who named their MMOs like they were sequels. That's why they kept making single player games. That's true. It is true. That's true. There was Dawn Guard. I never see. That's it. I played Realm Reborn. I got to the end of it, and that was before they did any of the DLCs or any other expansions. And so I basically stopped. So, oh, what's up? What's up, Buzz Acevedo? What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Let's see, what time is it? I will show you guys some gameplay before I jump off stream. I've got to start streaming again. I do. I have to do it for me and Dwight in the game, not art stuff, but game stuff. We're like I said, guys, we're going to be going to a couple cons this year. We're showing off the game at those cons. We're going to have our books there. We're going to have our boxes there, like the one D-Wag smashed. But that one right there, if you guys can see it in my background. Let me make me big. I'll show you. You all remember I was talking about these things, but we have a few of these made, not personalized like this one, but they're wooden boxes to hold your comic books in. They got a latch, it's a box like that, but made of wood. Everywhere is there. It's got the BECKONED logo right there. But yeah, like I said, it's the ones we got for sale aren't personalized like that. We're gonna have a few of those there. We got mugs and other paraphernalia for BECKONED, so we're gonna try doing some of that at these cons with the books, but while we're showing the game off. So I don't know. Try to fake it till you make it. All right, so let's think about this. So y'all just saw me kind of get this. So pop, 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 pop. We need those leather straps from the bag around her bootay. Pop, 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 pop. But what I'm worried about right now is that hair. So from here, her head turns as she goes up in the air. The hair starts, showing. Then we got on this side. So I've got one of these animations here that has her moving through space like that. So I'll pop. All right, let's see. See the curls, see that hook. Is that what we're working with on this ring? Yes, because when we reverse it, see that hook. So this is actually a reverse of that. So what's the next frame of that? Bam. Now, I remember in Target Switch how I had I had to draw a different frame. This one right here, right there. So I'm going to grab that. Again, it's like draw it again to make it original. Sure, but you're working too hard. Little sprites, tiny sprites, 16 by 16, 32 by 32, even 128 by 128. You'll see that flip more often and more specifically. Here's the only thing I might not like about this is that her head would still be turned towards the right. I need her head kind of coming forward again. So we'll see what this looks like. So I pasted it, horizontally flip it, and see that head still looking off to the right. This is her cheek. This little line right here. That's her cheek. So if we're sidestepping to go to another enemy, we're going from here, boom. It could still work. It could still work. This is a 6-frame animation, so we have 3 more frames after this to kind of get that head turned to the forward. That makes sense. Bop, bop. So that her looking to the right is her tracking that next target. So in those next couple frames, I want that head turning. But this works all right to keep the hair moving, keep it on pat. Does that make sense? Yeah. What you thinking? Anyway, let me go ahead and save that. All right. It's going to give me that stuff. Let's see. I've been moving around like crazy, causing all kinds of problems. Let me just pull this off screen real quick. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't mean to. I thought I had that automatically brought up. Why is that so hard? Let's see. Dang. There they are. All right. Sorry. I changed my window size so the icons went out of order. Let's see. Target switch. Right there. Save. Yes. All right. So let's see what I can show you guys as far as the game. Let's see, Dwight's probably going to have a conniption fit. But he's not here right now, is he? Let's see. He just sent me a new build of it a couple days ago. So went in to play it over the past couple days. Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was my bad. Sorry about your eardrums. Please, I apologize. Oh, that sucked. Sorry, knocked my microphone off my damn. There we are. We're here. You guys with me? Let's see. I don't know what sound effects is going to come out of it or how well this is going to pick up. Every time I play the game here, it gets choppy. Did someone say something? Sorry, Mo. Let's see. All right, so gonna have to get some settings figured out here because it's off its resolution. We got to skip the intro too. Hide that. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Oh, not when I click off of it, huh? None of this seems to be working right now. There we go. Man, when you stream with this, the whole thing changes. I don't like that. Sorry. For some reason, I can't control it the same way. And try that differently. It makes sense. Technical difficulties. Oh, my mic is messed up now. Is it on your end? Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. It's just my microphone went off the table. All right, here we go. Get that in the right resolution. Epic. Okay, now I'm going to share it to you guys. Sorry. Bam. Is it really that bad right now? My ears are no toilet. I don't want them to be. Jay, good to see you, homie. Can you hear me? Is the mic good? Once I turn on this game, it's going to be a little bit different. Let's go ahead and turn that main volume down a little bit. How about that? All right. All right, cool. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. All right. Let's show a little bit of this new build. How about that? Thank you guys again for hanging out. Like I said, I need to get back to streaming, so that's what we doing. So yeah, we give you a quick, hey, congratulations, you're a hunter now. You can bring up a radar on the right side. But that radar tracks where your enemies are spawning, where your quest markers are, kind of thing. But nothing really spawns right now. That was something we gave you at the end of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off anyway. But I'm hoping the stream's okay. Like I said, every time I try to do this, it gets choppy. So I'm watching chat. So y'all just let me know. You got to get keys to go through some of these gates. Again, this is just technical. It's a technical prototype. We're getting all the tools set up to make the full game. Everything's charted. We know what we got to do, but getting all the mechanical stuff built has been kind of the big part. So having to wait on that's been awesome. You all have seen some of the dialogue. And we can skip through it so you can keep going, all that stuff. And then, hey, I want to leave. Bop. So not like you can't skip dialogue. It says when you're playing this with a controller, you get a vibration when you're getting close to enemy spawns. That's what that little blue goopy thing is in front of my character. That's the tracks of the enemies. So we got to run into them. This is the combat system. It starts off with a tutorial fight. I'm skipping through it. And the balance on this build is way off. Our characters are stronger than what they should be. We've put everything in a nice structure where all we have to do is change numbers. And Dwight wanted to show me how strong they are with our certain algorithm. So this thing just wants us to do melee stuff. Boom, dead. I hope Jake at Tailend Studios is happy that the Glad just got killed in 2 hits. He complained about it taking too long. There you go, Jake. All right, so we got to run around here. We got things to collect. These load-ins, right now, that's just how we're collecting them for this mechanical test. The chests are pretty good. I like that they're there and they work. Load-ins are going to be like on actual crystal clusters that look like they blend in with the artwork. You know, with the background and stuff, that they're part of that. And then you're going to be like chipping them off, chunking them off. So, oh no, is that Is that streaming okay, guys? I'm not seeing anyone saying anything, so I'm hoping that's is that coming across fast enough, or is things too choppy? I don't know. Yeah, we got a couple keys to go through gate. I'm probably not going to play this whole thing, but I want to get to like beat. I want you guys to see the other characters. Guess I could have loaded a save file. I don't know if I have. No, I do have one. Could have loaded it. So the other thing is I collected a loading shard. I didn't get to equip it yet before this fight. But this thing will die. Now I got to deal with the other one. You got a block on them. Every time I block, there's a meter on the right or on the left side that's building up and gives me that turn break. It's a bit choppy, but not taken away from the overall viewing. Okay, cool. Thank you, boss. So yeah, that as long as I have a crystal equipped, I'll get a turn break to be able to take him out with a combo when that it's almost like it acts the reverse of limit break, and it happens more often than limit break, but instead of like giving you an out when you're getting hit too much, this thing is like trying to like reward you for blocking properly. But yeah, we have a planting system too. So right now, this is what the plantable areas look like. I'll be taking care of those artistically too, making them blend with the background a little bit more. But for now, these are just showing us that we can plant in these areas. So we have a little preloaded seeds. These seed graphics suck. I gotta make custom one, but you can go through them. These are the names of them, so those are all right. So we want to plant the Uberic grain. We got it, and it puts a little planting sign there in the dirt wherever we plant them. So I went by Kivus luteus, Yista seeds, and Biba bush. So I planted those 4 here. So if I go in here, it'll tell me Yista wood maturity 1, and tells me if I harvest it, how many of what ingredients I can get out of it at its current maturity. So if we go up and save, it skips time a little bit. We can actually make the plants grow faster. But those ingredients that we get off of them, we can. That was Dwight doing a goofy ass voiceover. Does that sound familiar to any Family Guy fans there? That was the old man. Can we plant cocoa trees? No, I didn't put cocoa trees in here. Couldn't hear the voices. Yeah, it's a little low. He did, Dwight did his little old man, hi kids, you want some candy impression. He does it better than I do. We got more plantable areas here. So planting those. And we have a save spot over here. So I'm going to grab this load in. And before I save, I'm going to show you guys. Cocoa, not coca. I got what you meant. Just joking. So I'm going to show you guys how we can equip load-ins, because we do have a inventory system or a main menu. So we're here. We're going to go to load-ins. We're going to equip on our buddy Taj. We're going to cycle through these and equip. Boom. And we're going to go to another empty slot, and we're going to equip that one. And now we have 3 load-ins equipped. So how cool is that? So yeah. And each one has their different type of level ranges, which holds different level spells. If you use them, if you charge them and use them too many times, they break. Each of them have a dexterity. I'll show that. If I go back, just wanting to explore it really, but you can see that this torrential loading, which he had at first, has a 26 to 25 dexterity. I don't know why it's one digit over. But then you got this one, 49, 49. The green torrential ones, those seem to be good. But you also see that they're level 2. So you see how one crystal in that UI is glowing, but the other one's grayed out. When we start going into combat with that loading now, when we block, it'll charge it. Let's see what's mobile. He should do that voice for the planting instruction voiceover. Oh, why don't you use them muscles to put your seed in my plantable area? It's funny, Mo. But yeah, we got save. Thanks, dude. We got save states here. So we can create new saves. We can name the saves. So I can name this Mo Biggs Candy. And come down, hit yes. And then we got Mo. Oh, I did 2 B's. My bad. My keyboard has a stutter. So yeah, Mo Biggs Candy right there. So, and when we save, it skips our world time. If you see up at the top up over here, there's a world time. And when you save, it gives you actual play time. So there's actually a world timer in here. That's how we're getting the gardens working. So if I harvested this plant now, I'd get 1 Eevee bark. But there's like melons and saps and alms I can get. So this is still maturity too. They're not really ready. If I go up there and save again, though, it would get them more mature. So I'll just go up and overwrite that. And wait maybe a couple seconds. I'll run down to the bottom garden. Uh-oh, might get in a fight before that. Oh no, I'm dodging it right now. I saw a loading to grab. But now I got more loads, so I could show you guys how you charge them. So playtime is like how long you've been streaming, and the world time is how long it feels like you've been streaming. Fair enough, Mo. Very fun. Fair enough. That is funny. So we got to make sure we have our loadings equipped that need charging. So we have the 2 green ones that need charging, but I'm probably going to kill this thing in 2 hits. Maybe even 1. Nope, 2. It could have blocked. That's the thing where I was talking about the scaling. We haven't raised the level yet, but when we get to level 2, you'll start seeing like we're killing them in 1 hit, and it's a little unfair. They're not leveling with us at the moment either. We're okay. So yeah, see how these plants are a little bit bigger. So we can harvest them. At least we get 1 ingredient of each one. So heck yeah. So harvest, 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 harvest. Now they're all back down to their base form. So they'll grow again. You can harvest them again if you let them grow. Eventually, they won't do that. They'll just straight off die. But with those, I can craft items. Back up in here, go to ingredients, craft. I can already make a Bebo jelly ball. So, yep, let's do that. Can't make anything else yet. So, yeah. And again, sorry. Items you can equip. So you see these 3 slots where it says items on my character list. Or even right here, Taj quick slots right there. You can equip different items, but you only get 3 to take into battle per character. So it makes you kind of think about what items you'll bring into it. And when you have the other three characters, it makes more sense. It's not limiting anymore. So there's an L down there. Yeah. All right. So I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but more voice acting. Let's plant like our lives depend on it. All right, we got a full garden ready to grow there. We got a key for here. Probably going to get in a fight, which will have Anel with us. And then you'll see why I'm trying to animate my butt off. Because both her and Lane are now using Taj's animations for battle. Not all of them, but most of them. Them just standing there and then jumping into combat. They have their animations are in there for that. But blocking, attacking, casting, dying, yeah, no, that's all Taj's animations now. For now, until I get these animations done. So just collecting keys and moving through these doors. What do we got going? Oh, there's a fight up there. All right, let's grab this. It should linger. Biba La Roll. That actually heals all of us. All right, so you'll get to see. Oh, thanks, Tank. I appreciate you, man. He says this game's looking amazing. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. So now you got two on. Oh, nope. The enemies ran away. They retreated. So we didn't get to do that fight. But if you notice, Anel didn't have feet in that fight. Her animations aren't finished. So, like, from the waist down, no feet. All right. And this is another save point, which we can save our progress now, make those plants grow. I'm walking through that because I didn't want to get into that fight. And then Dwight's voice acting for that character. If I run up here, oh no, it doesn't happen then. Okay. There's a little booby trap Dwight sets for me. Is if I run through that curve, an enemy automatically spawns. So what I'm trying to do now is get into a fight. Right now, I'm trying to get an enemy to spawn. There it is. Now, if this build works after this fight, that character I just talked to should scream. That should open up Lane to show up. And then we'll go get him, and you can see a 3-person battle here, a full party. And also, their stats are not, so she's missing most of the time. And you can see how attacking and blocking turns into Taj's animation. And she's missing every hit, you know. Her this is all running off of the character numbers, and they're not looking good. But it's still possible. That didn't work right. Why did that miss? That went off to the side. That was ugly. Tells you to put a combo in. I can't believe she keeps missing. Oh. Bam. Still missing. Holy crap. What is going on with us over here? we actually put real equations that are doing all the math of defense, attacks, armor. That's based on levels. So the fact that we're missing some and hitting the others brings that drama up to the surface. You're like, oh, I don't know exactly how this is turning out, but we survive. All right, Mo, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks, brother. Bow. And bye, Tank. Appreciate you too, man. What time is it? I'm already playing over. See, he screamed. Now we got to run and get a lane. I know you guys have seen a lot, probably some of this a lot, but yeah. It's getting this fight, and that's basically what I would do for the for showing you guys what's going on. Like I say, I'm trying to animate to get these other two characters finished. Mechanics are working great. Just pretty excited for all of it, and I'm not showing you the boss fight. So, oh yeah, we're getting bigger spells happening. But when you can whack them and kill them in 2 hits, kind of tempting not to. Oh, Lane hit a little bit harder. Yeah, she's still missing, so I'm going to hit it with magic. Boom. Not waste a turn. Lane's blocking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Jay. It is quite a lot. I see. Yeah. It blows me away that we've actually got all of this working. We're about to finish all that up, though. So I'm kind of psyched about it. I know Dwight is. We're both pretty proud of it. So try to exit this, get back, and finish the show out. But yeah, glad you guys got to see that. Like I said, we're going to be showing that off at some of the cons, or at the cons that we'll be going to. So guys are curious, if you guys are in the areas when they're showing up or when we're there, come and play this one. It'll be fun. We'd love to meet you, love to see you. Trying to get the screen share back up, then I'll finish out. But yeah, thank you guys for sitting with me, I guess, with 1 frame of line art and some gameage. It's time to go. And again, this was just like a little sneaky snipe stream. I was just trying to do something tonight. I gotta get back into the streaming. So yeah, thank you for showing up, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Love you. Love everybody. You guys are awesome for showing up. I can always count on some of you guys being up this late. So thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. That was a good. I'm back. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. See you.
You must engage the darkness. If you are going to regain the memories lost to you. You must stay strong.
A lone child's presence does not bode well for the circumstances.
No one can pass.
And inquisitive. It will be difficult.
Well,
That's just perfect.
But try to remember. You are never